Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to discuss a project called Standardized Way of Sharing Energy Data with End Consumer Applications. This is a project which is ex- funded by National Smart Grid Mission and executed at IIT Hyderabad. I am Dr. Pradeep Yamula, and let me give you a brief overview of the project. So the background is under the Bureau of Indian Standards, LITD-10 Sectional Committee deals with power system control associated communications, and Panel 3 is dedicated for developing in common information model standards. So under this, it was seen that India needs a standard for sharing energy data with end consumer, but the US based green button standard is not suitable as it involves licensing. So so the idea was to develop a standard indigenously and using the latest technologies. So finally, at IIT Hyderabad, I am developing a proof of concept, and using APIs, we can develop this standard. So it is in line with the open API policy of Government of India, be it finance, health, insurance, education, various teams. So the problem is like this: the consumer has a meter, and the meter sends the data to head-end system and meter data management system through AMI infrastructure, and the customer information service is there. The question we're asking is, how does the consumer access his or her energy data? For consumer to access the data, there should be a server set up by the utility, proprietary server, and a utility website needs to be developed from where the by logging into that website the consumer get the data. But then this is all a proprietary setup and there is non-uniformity in this. Alternately, if there is a standard API for sharing energy data, then the utilities can implement that API in a API server, and any authenticated third party websites can uh, take the data and make the present it to the consumers. So this is the idea behind this one, and the project is funded by National Smart Grid Mission, and a draft API standard has been developed, and this will be submitted to Bureau of Indian Standards, and eventually the Bureau of Indian Standards will discuss among the stakeholders and make it into a national standard in India, so in future. Let's continue. So this is the process. I'll just skip this slide. So now I'll go back to the demo. Okay, so what we can do is first go through a link. I will share the link also separately. So what you are seeing now is PowerSense.api docs. So this is the documentation of the API which we have developed. So for example, pertaining to supply, there are three APIs: scheduled outage, active outage, and pertaining to interruption, there are three APIs. Pertaining to payment, there are these APIs. So like this, pertaining to different fields in the energy data, so we can define. In fact, we can define more APIs in future, but this is only the draft. Now here you can see the lock symbol is open. So first you need to go here and say authorize, and then use username as a user 3 and password as password 3. So then go for request body, and here you type U3, capital U3. This is just a login procedure. We created dummy data so that people can try out how it works. So once you authorize, then you can close this. Now you can see the lock symbol at the right is closed. That means now it is secure. So let's start with, let's say, hourly consumption. I simply say get, and here you can read the description and then say try it out, and you can simply say execute. Then you will be getting the data here in this form. So this is the data, minute by minute data that you're getting. So eventually this JSON object will be served by the API. We can download it and we can use it in our further analysis. In a similar way, I can go back and I can actually specify the date and time here. So 2023-11-01, and hour can be 10, and then say execute. So then for that particular hour, the data will be coming here. But again, remember that this is just dummy data. The actual data we have to interface with the utility and get it, but this is just a dummy data just to show the functionality. Similarly, we have daily consumption, weekly consumption, monthly consumption, and yearly consumption, and all these APIs are there. So this is how you get the APIs. So, for example, if you want to see scheduled outages, so try it out and then execute. So here you will get a list of outages like this. So for example, maintenance reason, and then which state it is, which town it is, which area it is, which substation. So like this, the utility can share this data with the consumers about is there any which feeder the scheduled outage is there, and so on. So this is the idea. So please feel free, you visit the link and you can explore. And I will be sharing this poster. So in this poster, I have provided the details, a list of APIs, and then down you can see the QR codes. So by scanning these QR codes on your mobile, you can see the data, dummy data that is. Now, next one, using this API, I have developed a website also. So that website is this one, powersense.in/myenergy. So this is the My Energy website. So this is just a sample website, but depending on the creativity of the people, they can develop more website. This website is using the APIs which are developed before. Okay, so again, the same website is there. You use user 3 and password as password 3 is just a dummy. So then you can log in, and once you log in, first view we'll get is a welcome. So current date and time and the unique service number, supply quality score. Again, this is just a dummy. Unbilled amount and last bill date and due date and payment. This payment link also will not work. It's just a thing. Now we come down visualization. So again, I can visualize hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly data. So, for example, if I select hourly consumption data, so again you get the idea. So we have to select the date. So I'm selecting 29th October and 4 p.m. Okay, so here I can select 4:30 p.m. and then submit it. So then I get the hourly data. So this is within that 1 hour how the uh, energy in each minute changes, something like that. So this is one example. So we can again see interruptions. So here you can see bills, you can see reports, you can see outages, and so on. So for example, I look at scheduled outages. So here I can see get the list. So we need to further work on we need to further work on the uh, front end part, but just as a sample we are showing this website. So again, please visit this website, please explore these things, and then see select some interface, and then you try to see the data. So for example, this is the monthly data, which means for the month of June 2023, from 1st to 30th, what is the energy it shows here. So like this. So this is a sample website. So I hope you got interest in this project. So please give your comments. So my email ID is here. If you want to give any comments, you can go to this email ID and give your comments and feedback on this project. Eventually, this project. Now, by the way, I will also show the report. So we this is a PDF. The link of this is also shared with you in the brochure. This is a 77-page PDF report, and this report explains everything. That is the list of standards, and then how to use this and all. So some of the details you will find in this report. So the API URLs, and then what kind of objects are needed, what kind of response is expected. So all the details are given in this report. So eventually we would like to submit this to Bureau of Indian Standards and pursue it to develop a national standard on a standardized way of sharing energy data with end consumer applications. Thank you for your time. uh, See you.